Today I am going to do a super quick, I hope it's super quick because it's beautiful outside and my pool is calling. In fact, I'm going to call this a super quick Saturday edition of stamping. And I know sometimes when I stand up to flip my camera, you can see my pants. And if you see my pants today, I still have on my pajamas on the bottom. Because I want to get outside and swim because it's so pretty out and it's Saturday and, you know, it's Saturday. So I'm going to swim. But if you caught yesterday, you know that the holiday mini pre-order came to some demonstrators if we paid a little bit of extra money to get our stuff super quick. And I did. I didn't get a lot, but if you go to my Facebook or if you go, I think you can find it on several of my social media channels. So if you go to my Facebook, if you go to Facebook and you watch it there and you comment or you share, you'll be entered into a drawing for some $5 certificates that I'm doing for a September order. But you can see what I've got so far. I am going to place another order in probably next week. But so far I've got mostly some fall and autumn stuff. I'm going to need a drink. I have a scratchy throat. It's allergy time. Or you can go to YouTube or you can go to my website. I placed it everywhere, but I did it with one of my other girlfriends. She has hers, and my other girlfriend, hers will be arriving next week. So we may do a third version of see what we got in our box. So I did want to get one quick card made while it's all new and exciting. But I can't show you the inside, but here's the outside of the catalog. So I went ahead and I put on my Colt shirt because fall's coming. We have September's still warm in Indiana. And most of you know I used to live in Australia where it got kind of cold and it got warm and the seasons changed, but they didn't really change. It was warm and warmer and cold-ish. It's cold there right now. I know you guys are having what you think is cold. I know it's freezing to you, but when it gets to what it is right now, that's when we stop wearing coats. So, you know, it gets freezing cold here. But fall, September is glorious. It's Colt season, and every Sunday, we sucked last year. So I got some good Colts clothes coming up. This is old, but everything went on clearance. September, glorious. It's beautiful, it's still warm, our leaves start changing, we eat great even if the Colts are losing because we get together with friends, we have great food, we have third quarter naps, but we also have really good, we start stamping in my favorite colors. So I'm going to do one quick card for you, and then I'm going to go outside, I'm going to swim, and then I'm going to put it online, hopefully for you. So this was the stamp set that really drew my attention. So I'm going to show you a couple of things first. It didn't turn out quite the way it was in my head because the scale of the paper didn't work. So I added a couple of other things in the catalog, but this is called Wishing You Well. And you know, Farmhouse, if those of you that have been to my house, my kitchen's Farmhouse, this actually is my style. It's the style of my kitchen. And you know, this year, if you've followed me on YouTube, several of my cards have this. And it stamps beautifully. Wait till you see how this bow stamps. So I'm going to use this stamp set. Can't show you the inside of the catalog, what they've done with it, but this is the stamp set. It's actually, I didn't even realize, because it's got like a wreathy little thing over here. So I thought, when we have to do our pre-order, we don't have the catalog in our hands yet. So we have to scroll. And we don't get to see it very long before we have to order. So you're scrolling and you're writing and you miss some stuff. So I thought it was a fall set, but it says season's greetings. So I guess it's a Christmas set. Whatever. It's also like a sympathy set. So it's got this really pretty bow. It's got this, I thought was like fall, like, I don't know. You can see it. I'm not using that piece. I might use it later. Using that. And then this is 10 roof, which is, my husband actually put shiplap stuff on our ceiling when we redid our kitchen. This is what I wanted. It was expensive, but I'm gonna get it on my card. So I'm gonna use that. It's gonna be so pretty that when you run this through, you almost just want that to be your card. And you know that happens. This is some new brushed, I don't remember what it's called. I don't think I left the, it's brushed galvanized silver maybe? Galvanized, I don't know. I'll put it on the website, but you can kind of see. It's new paper. It reminds me, if you've been around for a while, of our brushed silver paper, but I don't think it's called that. I'm gonna use that. And then I'm actually using Christmas paper. So on this side, it's got words to Christmas carols. And I'll show you the rest of the paper over here. So it's called Festive Farmhouse Designer Series paper. And it is Christmas paper. This is kind of a pretty one. But it's mostly Christmas paper. But the side that caught my eye, because mostly I ordered fall stuff in this order, was the Shiplap piece. And then I'm using, this is so pretty, braided linen trim. And you know, I like to shred my ribbon up. One of my most popular YouTube videos right now is the one with the stained glass, and I think it's probably because I shred that black trim stuff to smithereens on there, and it goes all crazy wonky. I don't think it's probably because of my card. I think it's because of what I do to the ribbon. I'm going to shred this too. This is the piece that I wanted. And because everything, when you're looking online, you know, is this big. The size of this to this, it was a little much. That's why I'm going to end up using the 10 tile. So the card in my head isn't what ended up being, but it's still cute. So here we go. I'm going to change this. I'm going to hide my pants. Look, you're not seeing my pajamas. Let me go down to demo for you. Hopefully that's good. Let me check. Oh, look, you didn't even see my PJs. But they do match my Colt shirt. See if I can knock myself out of my chair. I think I got it all in there. You won't be able to put links to this, of course, up yet because the holiday catalog doesn't start until, I think, September 5th. I think it's the day after Labor Day, which, you know, all you guys that don't live in the U.S. have to live with starting your catalog the day after our holiday. So this is Whisper White. I'm going to fold this in half. This will be the base of my card. If you don't have a holiday catalog yet, if you ordered from me at camp, you'll get it at camp in August. Here we go. If you ordered from me online, everything that I have shipping out, like if you've won prizes from my Facebook Live that I did earlier, or if you have things that are shipping to you, I'm going to go to the post office probably on Tuesday. This is Pear Pizzazz. This stamp set, let me show it to you again. It's one of the ones that has different textures, so you don't want to press really hard on your when you ink. So just press lightly. Otherwise, you're going to get too much ink and you're going to lose the definition. I am going to cut this out. There's no dye. In fact, because of the way I did my order, when you expedite it, you pay a lot in shipping. That's the only green I need. I put that in Pear Pizzazz. So I wanted to keep it at a certain amount, so I didn't pay more than I had to in shipping. But when I got it and we did the unboxing, I only got one Big Shot thing, which for me is unusual. I don't know if I already said, this is shimmery white. So far I only have one Big Shot thing, and it is a Christmas. But I'm not going to use it Christmassy. It's going to be one of the next things I do. Look how beautiful this bow stamps. And that's what I'm talking about, the different layers of color. And if you stamp that too hard, if you press hard in your ink pad, you're going to lose all that definition, and it's all going to be Highland Heather dark. So just stamp, you just press. You never have to smush. Don't smush in your ink. Just press lightly and get ink on it. You don't want to get ink everywhere. See, that is just beautiful. It looks like you've already colored it, and I love this style of ink. It does all the work for you. So there's that. And then I do want to use the Highland Heather on the inside, and I picked the little stamp that says Wishing You Well, which is the name of the stamp set. Again, these are teensy tiny little letters. If you press too hard, it's just going to be one big blob of words. See, they're tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Wishing you well. This comes in wood or clear mount. You can tell I got the clear mount. I'm done with the Highland Heather. That one's finished. Then it comes with these flowers. When I first did it, I inked the whole thing up in some crushed curry and I smashed it on my wreath. Obviously, these are designed to be used with the wheat thing because it was way too big for the wreath. So I'm going to use my crushed curry marker, and I'm just going to use these 3 flowers here because my kitchen, you know, it's already done out. And then I have flowers, which I'm going to have to, I have a lot to do this month, and I really want to enjoy the end of summer, but I got back into my 1990s dried flower and wreath things everywhere, and because I've done that and they're all in summer, I feel like I'm going to either have to change my style or make some fall things. In fact, I did it with my nieces, my grown nieces and my daughter, and my one niece already asked if they were going to come over and they were going to join me in making fall things for their home. I'm like, I guess we're gonna have to. It was fun. It's just expensive and it's time consuming. But right now, my kitchen is very farmhouse. It's very done. And it has hints of yellow and purple. So that was what I went with my card. So by just doing these 3, then it fits better on the wreath. But now, I was going to get my crushed curry ink pad, but I will tell you, if you watched my how to use our new style of ink pads without getting your fingers inky, I do have all of the new ink pads, but I didn't have all of my stickers on them. And so this morning my husband was watching golf and I said, if you're just going to sit there, would you do me a favor? And he stuck all of the stickers on the remaining ones. So my crushed curry was downstairs where he was watching golf. Otherwise I would have grabbed it to do this part because it would be a lot faster than doing this. But it is what it is. And if you can get somebody else to stick your stickers on, go for that. And if you go to my website right now, my July special, you spend $65 and I will give you any classic ink pad of your choice of color. You just email me after you place your order. You spend $100 and I'll give you 2. You just have to use the host code, and the host code is on my website. So there you go. Got the inside, Wishing You Well, with some crushed curry flowers and the colors of my kitchen. So that's the inside of the card, and that's all of the stamping we're going to do for this. I'm going to take my snips, because like I said, there isn't big shot, but this is easy to cut out. I'm just going to kind of just hold on to it and wiggle your scissors. You just want a little bit of definition. It doesn't have to be, I'm not following the pattern of the leaves at all. Just faking it. And then if you don't have our snips, you'll wish you did, because they're so easy to just, they're so pointy. I have like 8 pairs of these things, and they're all over our house, and my daughter was here the other day and couldn't find any. So after she left, I went on a snip rounding up mission, because there weren't any in my office. And I found everywhere they were, because we use them for everything, because they're so sharp and they're so pointy. And you can see I just poked that right in the middle. I'm doing the same thing, just fake it. Just pretend you're the big shot. And just give it some definition. You don't want any jagged edges when you do this. Anytime you're just cutting, you don't want any points. That's what makes it look kind of nasty. So there we go. Just have the wreath, and see how pretty the stamping is on that? And do the same thing for our beautiful, beautiful bow. And you can see why that is a Christmas bow. In red or green or colors of Christmas, how pretty that will be. Imagine doing your Christmas cards and just stamping that on the envelope. Won't that be beautiful? Cut that out. And again, I know these are pointy, but you don't want that to be a rough point because that doesn't look nice. And they get bent when people touch your cards. So I know it's pointy, but when you go around the corner, round it. And sometimes when you go around the corner, they're pointy, and then just go back with your snips and just snip that little round, kind of round it off, and it'll look so much nicer. There you go. So I've got those. Now this part, trust me, if you are a fan at all of anything in the country, it's going to be your favorite part when I run this thing through the Big Shot. I'm going to move my stuff so I can put my Big Shot up here. Toss that stuff on the floor. Okay, this is one of the super thick ones. So all you need is your standard platform. And then look how beautiful this is. You can already see. And if you haven't gotten any of the new ones since the annual catalog went new this year, they all have the line. And always remember, for all of them, Stampin' Up! Goes on the top. So this is the top. So for this one, it doesn't matter because our paper is the same on both sides. But if your paper, like if it has a top, it would matter. But if you put this line here, then your design will be straight. So this, it does matter, because if you lay this in here crooked, your tile's going to be crooked on your paper. So lay it so you can see your paper is straight on there. Put that in there, and it just takes one pass through on this one. In fact, if you go a couple of times, chances are you're going to mess it up. This out of the way so you can see it. The Big Shot sometimes blocks the natural light coming through the window. Now look how gorgeous that is. Isn't it the prettiest thing? Doesn't it look real? It looks like it's a piece of tin. It's so pretty. I remember back in the day, and some of you will remember, it's probably been 10 years ago. It was when the Big Shot was fairly-ish new. And you know, we used to see all kinds of crap we could run through it. We would put them on little rings. Who's with me? Who remembers running every piece of crap that you could run through the Big Shot? And we'd get the little rings, and you just take your crocodile and pop a hole in the corner and put it on there. But remember, we would cut your Coke can open and you'd run it through there. Well, who's going to pop a Coke can and run your Coke can through that? Because that'd be cool. And we would wrap some aluminum foil around a piece of paper and run that through there. And then you'd put those little things on your little ring. So who wants to try it? This is the back side. Just as pretty. Now see, you're going to put this on here and you're going to go, yeah, I could just send that as a card because when that's beautiful, who wants to cover it up? Okay. Raise your hand if you ran your Coke can through the Big Shot. Because you know when the Big Shot was new and we were like, well, can I run through this thing? Because it was so much fun. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to stop carrying on about the Big Shot because my pool's calling where to put my snail. I'm going to just snail like this much of it. And you're going to see why in a second. Do this. And then here's my shiplap, and shiplap goes, which way does shiplap go? I have to not look at it sideways. Shiplap goes this way. This piece, on my first card, it started out big, and then I kept cutting it smaller. This is a little bit bigger than mine because I got smaller and smaller because I wanted to see more of this paper. This is a little bit bigger. Look, here's the, if this was a Christmas card, look how pretty that would be. It wouldn't be on white. I would stick it on vanilla, but that's the Christmas carols. Let your mind go. Look, if this was some holly berries and a red bow on vanilla paper, maybe brown paper, green paper. Yeah, isn't that gonna be pretty? But we're still in summer, so we're going summer. Stick that on there. My shiplap, yeah, it's going the right way. Okay, I'm gonna take the first part of my wreath and some tiny little dimensionals. I don't know if the Colts are playing preseason, because back when we had Peyton Manning and we were actually really good, and we love Peyton Manning, he just adopted a dog this week that had been kept in a garbage bag. We lost every preseason game because that was what we did, and we still won all of the time in the regular season, so we never watched. Okay, the reason I only put adhesive this far up is because, again, snips, wonderful. I'm going to take this, and I wanted to be able to lift this up. I'm going to poke a hole right here. And it can be pretty big because it's going to end up getting covered up. And I'm going to take this new braided linen thread. And I'm probably going to need my scissors again to stick it through there because it does come, and we have to lick it. I don't know if that was on camera. Hopefully not. It does come untwisted really easily, not like that black stuff on my stained glass that I untwisted, because that you had to use your little pokey thing to untwist. So let's recap some of the specials while I'm doing this. This month, if you spend $50 with Stampin' Up, well, for every $50 you spend, but it does have to be, I've had a couple of people, it has to, you can't like accumulate it. Like you can't spend 25 and then come back and add 25. It has to be in one go. So for every $50 you spend, so if you spend 150, you get 3, but it's like Kohl's Cash. Every $50 you spend, they're going to give you $5 in coupon codes. That will be good in September, and September is when this catalog comes out, so you know, spend some now, get what you still need from the annual catalog before this comes out. Okay, now I've got this ready, so I'm going to go ahead and lift this up and stick these corners down that I didn't stick down before. So Stampin' Up will give you $5 for every 50, and then for every 65, or at 65, I will give you a stamp pad, and at 100, I'll give you 2. So at $100, you'll get $10 for them and 2 stamp pads for me. And I have my blended seasons class through the 10th, which you could get. That's not a bow, not a bow. Because my bow's laying there. I can't remember if I needed my snips to do this. No, see, it frays pretty well on its own. Look how pretty this is. Is that not pretty? And I don't think, on mine, I frayed it all the way, but on this one, I might just separate it, and we'll see how that looks, because I've got both, and we can compare them. I told my girlfriends that my goal is to start having some of these videos, because I know some of you like to hear me talk, and some of you like to watch them fast. And when I do a fast one, I get emails and they say, I wish you would tell me what you were doing. And then I talk, and then I get some of you an email, you know, I can't win either way. And they'll say, oh, I wanted to watch that at work and it was too long and I couldn't watch it. You know, I just can't please everybody. But I'm going to start trying if I could get my act together where I had enough time. Because I can't take this and make it be fast, because it's not filmed the same way. But once I start doing that, then I will have lots of cards, because I have to make the card. Yeah, that's kind of pretty. So we're going to try this for this one, and then we'll compare the two where I completely shredded and this where I just kind of pulled it, because look how pretty. That's pretty. But when I have 3 cards, then I'm going to start, because right now I send one of these, I save them and I send them to some of my girls that are in my downline on my team. And then on this, because this, see this knot's here, this is a hint. You need to put these far enough apart that it's going to leave a hole that can be in the middle of. But when I start having 3, then there will be a giveaway if you comment on, once I put this on Facebook. And somebody will win it just for commenting or sharing or something. So stick that on there. Yeah, I kind of like that. Just because it's different and we don't have a lot of, here, I'm going to make it stay. We don't have a lot of other ribbon, I don't think, that does that. Or maybe it does, and I've always just get shred happy. I like floofiness. There, how is that? Isn't that pretty? Oh look, I'm at 25 minutes. I said this was going to be a quick, super fast Saturday. Here it is, completely shredded. So, there you go. If you don't have a holiday catalog yet, just comment if you're on Facebook. Message me if you are on YouTube. You can just message down below, and then I will contact you, so you don't have to put your address on there. If you're on my blog, you can hop over and email me, or join my email list. But look, I'm just as long as I normally am, and I was going to go fast. There was just a lot to show you. There will be still photos if you're not on my blog. On Facebook, they'll be up in my album, or you can hop over to my blog because they'll be there faster. Or if you're on YouTube, it's stampinonline.com. So have a great Saturday. I am going to go get in the pool before the sun goes away. I think it's only like 1:30, so I have lots of sun time. So have a great day, and check back later on my website, because I am going to get some more samples. I have some super cute stuff, and there's some new colors of blends, and I'm gonna do some coloring with all of my colors of blends now, because those are my favorite. Have a great day. Bye.